Hi, everybody. It's Elektra Yao, artist, visa lawyer, and entertainment lawyer. It's 4 o'clock, and today will be the last time of the summer series that I give creative career advice because I will only be focusing on artist visas and entertainment law, and I will leave the creative career coaching for a different endeavor, which I will be releasing in September. For those of you who are interested in my artist career coaching, that is going to be on a separate platform, but we were launching that in September. Today is story time. I want to talk to you about the importance of reading. Yes, we're going to be a little bit nerdy for a bit, but I want to talk to you about the importance of reading and the importance of not only absorbing the information that you're reading, but also executing and implementing it. I am a lawyer, you guys know, so I am obsessed with books. I read all the time. I also try to encourage my staff to always read books. For example, I am always thinking of creative ways to help my clients. This is my newest book. I'm so excited. I waited 1 month to get it, but this is basically case law for me to kind of understand how to further protect my clients on a global platform. So this is my homework that I'm going to be reading, but I want to talk to you guys today about your homework and what you guys should be reading. And this is like my goodbye gift to everybody. I want you guys to become obsessed. I want you to read this book, Be Obsessed or Be Average. And this is about consuming your artistry and your creativity in immeasurable amounts. I think that it's very, very important to really, really fall in love with what you do. I am very passionate and very excited about my work with artists, and I read about art and the law and creative people and the creative professions all of the time because I want to know everything about that aspect of practicing law and protecting clients. And I want you guys to feel the same way about your artwork, your artistry, and your creativity. And I know that you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here in the US. You wouldn't be watching these videos. You wouldn't be researching online, trying to figure out information. But I think that it's really, really, really important to really immerse yourselves 120% in what you do. And that requires you to consume your art, not only in terms of the creativity and creating your work, but also in the business sense. These videos that I've been doing every day for the past month were really to force you to understand your artistry as a business, as a commodity that you can monetize, that you really can create a business out of. So this book obviously it's a business book. It's written by a successful businessman, but that does not mean that the rules of business can't be applicable to art. You can absolutely use the foundation of business to really create a six-figure artist career and to really make an impact in what you do. So I am imploring you guys, I am encouraging you guys to really pick up this book or really any other book that is a business-minded book so that you can begin to really think about and see yourselves as a business, as a commodity, as something that can be monetized off so that you can start to divorce yourself from that mentality of I'm a starving artist, I'm just starting off in my career. There are many successful artists out there who really approach their work in a business-minded fashion. So this is my homework for you guys. This is our last day of the creative career advice, but like I said, I will be launching my artist coaching later on in September. So please read and execute, read and interpret, and try to figure out which rules are the rules that apply to what you do. I guarantee it, if you read this with an open mind, you really will see that a lot of these concepts, a lot of these ideas, a lot of this guidance from these types of books are really applicable to people who have creative careers or artistic careers. It's really just a matter of, understanding that art is not just some abstract concept. Art is absolutely an endeavor that can be monetized, and that is currently a commodity. You just need to jump on this bandwagon. So with that being said, this is, like I said, our last day, and I wanted to talk to you about a story. I started off this video saying that it's story time. So besides the book that you should read, Be Obsessed or Be Average, I really want you to be all consuming about your careers. I want to talk to you guys about the importance of getting credited. So I wasn't on this today at 2:30 to talk about entertainment law information, but I want to talk to you about a film called The Godfather, right? The Godfather 3, probably you've all have seen it, directed by Francis Ford Coppola and written by Francis Ford Coppola and Mario Puzi. Well, this film is actually a really, really controversial film in entertainment law because of the contested credits. So there are two people who actually wrote two separate scripts for The Godfather, which did not end up being used, and they actually ended up suing the Writers Guild of America, which is a labor union. So those of you who are writers and in the O1 world, or screenwriters in the O1 world, you probably know all about the WGA, the Writers Guild of America. These two writers, they did not get credit for writing two previous treatments, right, for The Godfather Part 3. Why is getting credit for your work important? And why is this a business endeavor? Getting credit for your work means that you're making money off your work, really means that you are being recognized for your work. So a result of these two guys who wrote these two treatments for The Godfather and not getting credit for The Godfather is, number one, if you go on the IMDb page, you will never see their name. You probably need to read the case to understand who previously wrote the treatments for The Godfather Part 3. So you'd have to read a case. And if you're not a lawyer, you're not really going to be interested in reading the case. But you're going to see Francis Ford Coppola's name there. You're not going to see these two guys' name on IMDb. So they're not getting the credit. Therefore, they're not getting the recognition, and they're not getting all the other opportunities that probably would have emerged having been recognized as the writers or the screenwriters for The Godfather Part 3. Number two, they're not making money off that film. So it's really, really important that you understand and that you have the voice and the strength to really understand that you should be recognized for the work that you do. Whether it's a small production or a big production, I really don't care about the scale. I care that you get the credit that you deserve, because nobody can predict the future. Just like in that case with these two writers who wrote these two treatments, nobody could have predicted what would have happened with the Godfather franchise. And this is, they tried to assert their rights by undergoing litigation and arbitration. But unfortunately, they lost. And had they had a legal team behind them at the initial point, not at the point of litigation, but at the initial point when they were submitting their treatments, maybe that would have made a difference in them getting credit for that work. So that's a little bit of food for thought, but it's really important for you guys. And my goal with this series was really to make you guys think and understand the business of the arts. It's a mind shift, it's a cultural shift, and it's not something that's going to happen in a month. But I hope that my tips really helped you out over the summer, and I hope that you will take the information that I'm giving you and apply it to your daily life. So I'm leaving with a bang. I'm leaving you guys with homework. You should definitely read this book, Be Obsessed or Be Average, or any other book that you want to read to really fully immerse yourself in your career. And whenever somebody is contesting whether or not they want to give you credit, think about The Godfather Part 3 and think about those no-name writers that you will never hear about unless you read the case. Think about those no-name writers who wrote the treatments for Godfather Part 3 and did not get the credits. Did not get the credits, did not get the recognition, did not get the subsequent opportunities, the fame, the power, everything that comes from working on a feature film or a major feature film. So you don't want to be those guys. You don't want to be a no-name writer. You don't want to be a no-name performer. You don't want to be somebody who misses out on an opportunity because you didn't apply yourself in the business sense of the arts. So I'm going to leave you off today. I told you guys that I'm going to be on this week, in an intermittent fashion until next week, where I'm going live in the evenings. But really think of yourself as a business, because corporations, LLCs, they don't fail. We know their names. We know who they are. And artists who undergo the business aspect of their work, of their artistry, and of their creativity, we know their names too. So I think it's really a matter of you making that cultural shift and deciding, do you want people to know your name? If you want people to know your name and if you want to make a difference, then you need to make this shift right now. You cannot delay any further. But you might not be an artist that wants people to know their name. You might be happy where you are right now. But for those artists who want to take that leap, who want to honor their artistry, who want to honor their voice by being able to share it with hundreds and thousands of people and make money off what they love doing, that means you need people to know your name. That means you need to voice your artistry, who you are, and you need the business structures and the legal structures in place for us to know your name. So thank you everybody for watching. If you guys watched me over the summer, you were seeing me almost every day at 4 o'clock. I'm so happy that I did it. And I will continue to find creative ways to service my clients, to be a major player in the arts, and to continue to make an impact on the artistic landscape here in the US by working with international artists and creatives, working with domestic and US and American artists, and really empowering artists to understand that they can make money off their artwork and that they should see their artwork as a business. That does not mean that you're a sellout. That does not mean that you are not a true artist. It just means that you're a smart artist making the right business choices for your artistic career. So bye, everybody. I will pop up on Facebook Live intermittently throughout the week, probably between 12 and 2. But this is the last day of our summer series. And then next week, we start the fall with a bang. I'm going to be here in the evenings for you guys after work and after school. We will continue our discussion. So bye, everybody. Thank you for watching over the summer. And I hope I see you next week for our fall series. Bye, everybody.